guys from the TBR. This is a song about who we are. Stro and Jay are down with Marilyn Manson. Randy's not kidding, he really likes Hanson. We're kinda sexy, but that's old news. If you like unibrows and bowling shoes, it doesn't matter about your age or gender. Everyone is a premium member. We're rocking out with the Dixon Trio. They've opened up for Ronnie James Dio. Russell Dixon is the oldest brother. He likes it best when they play with each other. 1, 3, 2, broke Republicans.
1, 3, 2, broke Republicans. 1, 3, 2, broke Republicans. Get off our lawn before we get our guns. Yeah.
Woo.
That wasn't our tightest one.
All right, I'm Randall J.
I'm Michael K.
I'm Father J.
And we are
Two
Broke Republicans.
Back again.
Cue the applause. All right. We've got a special guest with us today.
Yes, we do.
Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Jamie. Can I call you Mr. Jamie Allman?
You just called me
I
Jamie.
just did.
It's all good, man.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really honored to be here, you guys.
Thanks,
I was telling you guys before we started that I knew I was supposed to be in this Saturday, this time around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then about a week before, I message Phil. I say, hey, when do I need to be there? He goes, it's not until next week. So I was ready to go. I've been chopping at the bit. So,
Well, we hope we don't disappoint you.
No, you won't.
We hope you
I love
help
your
us
show,
out,
so,
right? Appreciate
yeah.
it. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So before we get started,
We haven't had a lot of serious celebs on our show. We've had a few.
We had Joe Slazarski.
we had a
Joe
former
Slazarski.
baseball player
Oh, yeah.
on our 100th.
Pitched with McGuire in Oakland.
Joe Cesarski?
Slazarski.
Cesarski.
He lives in
Okay.
He's from
West
Springfield,
County,
but now he lives in West County. And
Yeah.
he pitched back in the 90s.
Hey, listen enough about
and-
Joe. This is about James.
It sounds like, you know what it is? It's like I have a bunch of baseball cards from the early 70s, you know? And like Joe Cesarski or something like that reminds me of like Ron Swoboda. Because you knew the guys who were just kind of like right there, just
Right.
kind of medium guys. I'm not saying Joe's a medium guy, but they always had, their pictures were always them staring off into space. It was just a headshot, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love the 70s baseball
Oh,
Me too, man.
cards.
Those are
Me
the
too.
best. Yeah.
They're the best. I gave all mine away foolishly when I was in high school.
I traded mine.
Some of
for-
those are probably worth money now.
I know.
Yeah.
I sold mine for $20 and a King Cobra album,
Oh, nice.
Cobra.
At least
So
you
I
got
could-
something for yours.
so I could party.
No,
but,
we didn't really.
Well, I need to read the disclaimer, especially since we have a guest. So, the views and opinions on the TBR show are not necessarily those of our guests, but maybe they will be. Producer Phil, engineer Ethan, Thomas Massey, Stephen Colbert, and our sponsors.
All right,
So that just covers us,
covered
you
a
know,
lot,
in case we
right.
say something.
Yeah.
You didn't.
A disclaimer,
You didn't
huh?
say anything
Wow.
about my mom this time.
No.
We don't know what's going to happen here.
I
That's
like
why-
being on shows with disclaimers. That's
Yeah.
great.
Well, that's you
that
know,
means
We
we're
want
going
to
to
tell
get
you
into
at the top of the
saves
show that
and we've got a new sponsor.
Yeah.
It's a shoe company called Exer Steps. So if your feet have the blues, get yourself some new shoes. With some Exer Steps
shoes.
EXCERSTEP.com. They're shoes for walking. They're kind of like, you got the angled.
like the butt shaper ones.
They're it's my brother's company. It's an
Nice.
online company. He's a shoe designer.
making shoes back in America, which is a really
Yeah,
cool
that's-
thing.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I don't think he
But,
makes them in America.
I don't know if about that. He travels to China a lot.
Oh,
for
gotcha.
a company, his day job, and then he bought this online.
We definitely
company.
need to bring it back to him.
I get half
yeah.
my clothes from China. I don't care.
Yeah.
Trump needs
I
to
really
throw
don't.
a tariff on it. So he can come back to America.
Well, again, we appreciate you being here. I mean,
I love
can,
it.
I can speak for these two, and I say it warms the cockles of my
Oh,
heart
my God, yeah.
that you're here. You know,
You
we
gotta
appreciate
stop
it.
saying
I
cockles,
like
man.
How do
saying
you
cockles.
introduce
I haven't
yours-
heard the word cockles in heaven knows how long.
We had Ruckus.
Ruckus messed us up earlier. I'm like, Ruckus? So
That's from Highlights Magazine, I think.
Yeah. So we're gonna have some fun with you before we get into some meat and potatoes.
Let's do it.
But when we have a guest, we usually we always do the top 10 names, celebrity names. So we got the top 10 Jamies. I took out the ones that people don't know
Thank you.
and kept it to the ones that we think that you might know.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Because there was a lot of them,
Thanks
like
for that.
British soccer players and
Right.
NASCAR drivers
Right,
I'd never
right.
heard of. So,
Yeah.
so if you guys want to guess the top 10 Jamie celebrities,
Dude, I strain my brain, and the only one I can come up with is Jamie Lee Curtis.
she was number one.
Do you have any,
okay.
Jamie?
I don't. Jamie, I don't know of anybody named Jamie. I mean, any
There's some
celebrities.
very obvious ones that you would
Yeah,
think
I know.
of.
It'll probably occur to
Let me
me.
read a couple of mine, see if they're on
Okay,
the list.
okay, go ahead.
Jamie Farr.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
For
he's
MASH.
number 8.
Okay,
Forgot
number
about
8.
him.
He's number 8.
All right. How about Jamie Dimon?
No, who is
He's
that?
like an investor guy.
Okay, I don't know who. I was like,
All
But
right.
you guys mentioned 2 Jamies so far that wear dresses, so it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, well, your name is a very,
Yeah.
it's a unisex.
Unisex.
My real name is James, but they call me Jamie to separate that from my father. 'Cause I named after my
okay.
dad,
Oh,
so
okay,
they came
okay.
up with
Would have helped
that.
if we would have done a little research.
They didn't think I was a Jim, so.
we didn't do any research. You got any more, Stroh?
So I guess we can get rid of this list. Let's
No,
go to the top
Jamie's-
10
oh.
James.
let's just finish it. You
All
got
right.
any-
I've got Jamie Kennedy.
I thought it had.
yes, he was number 9.
Even though he's
a
how,
good.
how famous is he?
He's getting back in there because he's doing podcasts and he's turning a little right. You know,
He's
he's
kinda
from
funny.
Hollywood. He's funny.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched the Kennedy Experiment?
I have not.
Google it.
Is
That
he
was
an
pretty-
actor?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was in the
Scream?
original Scream. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
was
wow.
a comedian. He's
Okay.
He's a comedian. He's funny. If you look up on YouTube and watch the Kennedy Experiment, it was kind of like a candid camera type show.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know,
It was pretty
punked kind of thing.
Yeah.
it was pretty funny.
Well, and this isn't the real name, but Jamie Summers was the Bionic Woman. Her real name was Lindsay Wagner.
I
Yeah.
didn't count her. You know,
Yeah.
she's not on
Bionic woman.
Jamie
Wow.
Foxx.
Number 2, Jamie
2.
Foxx.
Yep.
That was
Forgot
a
about
big
that
one.
dude.
Yep.
Jamie James, the porn star.
No, that didn't make the top
Okay.
10. No.
He's
all
like
I have
is he a
then.
70s
All right.
porn star or something?
So I've got number 10, Jamie Moyer. If you're a baseball fan.
Oh, yeah.
Southpaw pitched till he was like
Yeah.
45 or something.
Right.
He pitched a long time. I think he pitched for the Cardinals for a little bit.
Yeah, he sounds like a
Cup of
guy who
coffee.
probably pitched for like 10 different
Oh,
teams.
he did.
Uh-huh.
He did. So yeah, Jamie Kennedy, number 9, Jamie Farr. Jamie Allman was number 7.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so good job there.
Number 7.
Quickly rising on that list.
I know.
Jamie Lynn Sigler,
Oh yeah, she was on the Sopranos.
Sopranos.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Meadow. Jamie Heineman from Mythbusters.
No idea.
Jamie Lynn Spears, Brittany's
Oh yeah,
sister.
Oh, okay.
Britney Spears.
And Jamie Oliver, the Naked Chef. See, that's not our
Oh,
best
wow.
segment, but thanks
Yeah.
for participating.
The Naked Chef, huh? I wonder how that goes.
I don't know.
I'm
I
going to
don't-
find out when I get home.
I don't watch any.
See,
Naked
he'll write that down and go home and watch that right away, right?
Yeah, the Naked Chef. I mean, holy crap.
All right, so we want to do some questions for Jamie right
if
now.
you're open, I mean, they're
Always,
all gonna be,
man.
They're all going to
All
be softballs.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna start off.
Nothing
Do you
too,
have some, Stro?
Well, I mean, who's your favorite? Do you have a favorite local personality, like TV or radio? That like whether it be the old newscasts with Julius and the boys.
Yeah,
or-
well, I go way back. I mean, I do have a lot. I mean, like Larry Connors and the people I work with are some of my favorites.
Larry's
but way
great.
back in the day, Patrick Emery and Steve Schiff and those
remember
guys
Steve
back in the
Schiff.
day.
Steve
Schiff. I
Yeah,
forgot
that's when
about
they
him.
had fun. That's when they would drink between newscasts between 6 and 10.
Yeah, you felt like they would be smoking if
Yeah.
they could.
And
if
at
they
Channel
could.
4, they were at Channel 4. So at Channel 4, there was literally a bar in the same building. And it was called Fando's. And that's where all these guys would go, and they would
Prep
drink
for the
their butts
shows.
off, and then 10 o'clock, boom. I mean, Julius Hunter is one of my favorites, too.
Yeah.
I'm not his favorite anymore because of my politics, but he was
sucks.
my mentor back in the day.
I love
Robin
that dude.
Smith is another one. She was
They
she
all
was
seem
awesome.
like great people. Like,
Really are
you know,
great people.
I mean, I remember coming up when I was a little kid watching Larry and Jules. You
Yeah,
know, and I was-
yeah.
I mean, little. I mean, so it's kind of nostalgic. It's
Yeah.
from my
I
childhood.
was Channel 4, but then as I got older, Channel 5 seemed like it dominated.
Mike
Yeah,
Bush
yeah.
kind of took
Yeah.
over, and who was that girl?
Bob
that-
Richards
the really wholesome girl that was on there for a
Kay
long-
Quinn or the blonde. Who was the blonde girl? Anyway,
Well,
we're getting off track.
and 5 kind of is, I always compare it to the soft drinks. 5 is kind of Coca-Cola, 4 is kind of Pepsi, Channel 2 back in the day was like RC.
Oh, I
you know
love
what I mean?
RC. Yeah.
So some people love RC Cola and a moon pie.
A little follow up to that, like what happened to Betsy Bruce? Because I don't watch a lot of local news, but I guess 10 years ago I turned on Channel 4 or something, and I seen her standing in a rainstorm or something like she had just started. And she used to be on with Julius or whatever, right?
Yep, Betsy. Well, she also was at 2 for a while also.
Okay.
I think, yeah. Betsy Bruce is a good reporter. I mean, she was a good reporter. She, when I first came to Channel 4, I came as a part-time person. They hired me. I was the first part-time reporter in St. Louis because Channel 4 started their 24-hour news source. And so I came to basically work from midnight to 8 in the morning and then eventually worked after my shift so I could get off the overnight shift. But Betsy Bruce was one of the people who tried to keep me from working in St. Louis because they were members of AFTRA, which was the union, and I became a union member, but they fought my hiring. Betsy was one of those people to do that, but she still is a nice person.
So she's still around?
Well, it's been a long time since I seen this, but I was kind of shocked because I hadn't watched local news in a long time, and I turned it on, and of course there's younger faces now. But they instead of
I don't
retiring
recognize anyone
and
anymore.
leaving, she was out doing the weather reporting on the highway. Like if the snow was coming down,
yeah. That was
they
always...
threw Betsy out there. I was like, why don't she just retire?
She got demoted or something.
That's where you went, either you started that way or that's where you ended, is on the overpass. That's kind of like,
It's so sad.
that's how it works.
I mean, they put her out to pasture, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks.
Do you have a question?
Oh,
Rick?
yeah,
I got a
Avenue
few.
overpass where everybody goes to die.
So you might have kind of answered this, but do you have a person who influenced you in your field? Or was there somebody that you looked up to that made you want to get into what you're doing?
Well, so I was always a huge fan. When I was a kid, I was such a big fan of watching the news. So Chris Condon and Max Roby and all these guys, and they were all heavily, like Chris Condon was a great reporter. He was a dogged reporter, and it was fantastic. One day when I was in the Channel 4 studios or Channel 4 newsroom, and Jim Boland and I were friends, and we hung out. And one time Jim Boland was on the phone with Max Roby, who had retired a long time before that in Arizona. And so it was kind of crazy because I grew up watching all these people, and suddenly I'm working with him, And so I asked Jim Boland, I said, because he was on the phone with Max Roby, I go, hey, can I talk to Max Roby? And I just wanted to say hi to him.
Right.
And so, of course, Max is like, really? So Jim gives me the phone, and I'm like, hey, Max Roby, I grew up watching you. And he's like, oh, thank you. And that was about the end of that. So those guys were all kind of influences in radio. Actually, one of my main influences is J.C. Corcoran. So I worked with J.C. in at 93.7, I believe it was. I was his news guy. And JC, as much as he disagree, we have political disagreements because JC's really super liberal or whatever, but that doesn't really matter. But I learned a lot from him in terms of making sure that you always paid attention to loving your audience and taking good care of your audience. And he worked he was one of the hardest working guys I've ever known in radio.
Well, it's easy for us because we got 14.
Yeah.
So we get really good attention, our 14 listeners.
You took one to church the other day.
Sorry.
That
And
homeless guy.
we worked super hard, and he had his cabinet of listeners and this kind of thing. So no one was more attentive to his listeners and aware of his listeners than JC. So I learned a lot from him in terms of just making sure you're always grounded with your listeners instead of acting as if you're just kind of some imperious microphone voice.
You're up here and they're down there.
Exactly.
Right?
I have his book, too. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. And so I learned a lot from him.
Where is he at now?
He is in Florida. He does a show on News Talk STL, which is a great show. It's kind of like a retro 80s, a lot of 80s music, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Tracks you don't often hear, and then he tells stories about the old days in St. Louis.
Oh,
So it's a great
good.
show. It's on Saturdays.
I used to listen to it.
I got his autograph. It said, Mike, keep rocking with the big boys when he was at KC 95, and he put JC.
Well, remember the radio wars, the morning show
Yep,
wars, like
yep.
him and Joe Mama And then there was who was it?
I think it was it Smash, or was it before Smash
maybe
came?
Smash,
Yeah.
but yeah, there was always that big battle. And
Yeah.
you don't have that anymore. Like everything's changed. And
Frank Opinion, and it was JC and
He's
Frank
coming on
Opinion
next
had
week.
is he?
No,
He's,
no.
Okay. you should get him on. He's a cool dude. But
I
he and
love him.
JC were just hated each other. I think they've since mended fences, but back in the day they both worked in the same building.
Oh.
And so when I would go and grab a cup of coffee or something, there's Frank Opinion in the same place. And he goes, "How's JC doing?" He's fine, man. It's all good.
Was that on Market? That station?
Yep, on Market.
Okay.
Yeah. The old
And-
Y98.
You
Yeah,
mentioned,
that's
was it Jim Boland you mentioned earlier?
Yeah.
He used to have a band.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to work at a bar, and that guy could throw down, man.
He
Wait, are you
was
talking
good. He was
about
very
Jim
talented.
Boland, little short,
Little
older,
Jim
chunky
Boland,
guy?
weather guy.
He had a band,
okay.
and
Anchor.
he used to play at this bar that I worked. Even though I was supposed to be working there at the time, I was like 15, but I was underage. But he was coolest dude, man.
Yeah, he was a
Man,
great guy.
Super cool guy.
He was like so Mad Men about everything, kind of like my dad. But I'll never forget in the Channel 4 newsroom when I first got there, you could still smoke in the newsroom. Like there are people with ashtrays on their desk and
Yeah,
stuff.
people don't believe that, but it's amazing
Yeah.
just how from
Used to be,
it's,
used
it
to
just
be able to
seems like
smoke in
yesterday.
hospitals.
I know.
People be
And on
dying of
airplanes.
cancer, and they're smoking them
We
up.
had a
you know?
smoking area in high school.
Yeah.
And so he and Robin Smith, when they would do but eventually they said, well, we're just going to put a little, like a sliding glass door area where people can smoke. And so the great image of him and Robin Smith just smoking away. And you get to the point you could hardly see him behind the glass.
Big puff of smoke. We were like Cheech and Chong back there.
They weren't
Yeah,
kissing
but-
back there. were
Yeah,
they?
eventually they just pushed all the smokers out, and they're like, not even outside's good enough. You got to go out to the road. and
Yeah,
smoke
exactly. Yeah.
All right, I got one for you. Another one. What's the coolest thing that you've done or person you've met because of the media you're in?
Just
you
talked
know?
about Jim Boland.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but
Well-
like maybe nationally, like maybe have you met somebody, or is there something cool that you got to do because of being in media?
Yeah, well, sometimes it would be when you go to the conventions like CPAC or something like that, and you'd travel and you'd meet some of these people. And actually, one of the more fun elements was meeting a guy named Sebastian Gorka. You know who he is?
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
we-
Dr.
yeah.
Sebastian Gorka.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he's Hungarian or something,
Yeah.
man. He's like
His
this
dad was-
gigantic guy. Badass. And I remember meeting him here in St. Louis because he was endorsing one of the candidates for Senate. And we had a great conversation. He was really cool. And I met with him had a drink with him up in D.C. at CPAC. And so, I don't know, he's the kind of guy that I love to meet, love to learn from. And he's the guy with the pocket. He always has that 3-piece suit and the pocket watch. And he got into it with somebody in the Rose Garden. And I always teased him. I said, I'll stab you with my pocket watch. So he's one of those guys I meet and I met, and he's super cool.
I think his dad survived the Holocaust or something. Like
Yeah.
something is.
Yeah.
He has a great story.
Yeah.
I've heard him interviewed, so that's really cool.
And then it was also fun sometimes. I think we had the debates here in 2016, and the reprehensible Jim Acosta. I never forget this in CNN. And so sometimes it's great to meet people. Other times it's great to see them and stare them down. Kind of like,
yeah, I know who you are.
yeah, I know who you are. Yeah, Sebastian Gorka probably would be.
That's cool.
One of
Does
the
he
top.
do Bannon? Sebastian Gorka, or is he part of the administration?
He's at the
right
White
now?
House now. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. Okay,
Yeah.
he's part of the Trump administration.
Yeah, I could listen to that guy talk all
Yeah.
day long, just his accent and just
Yeah.
how smart he is too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a badass.
I heard some rumors that I don't know. They get a lot of leaks out of the administration. That somebody was talking about him being one of the leakers, but then he's still there. So
I wouldn't
Right.
imagine Gorka would be a
No.
leaker.
Yeah,
though.
if he was, he wouldn't be there anymore.
right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just something interesting I want to throw out there. But you got any more, Randy?
Yeah, I got two more real quick. So
So you hogging all the?
Oh, you got some? I'm sorry, Jay.
I mean, you told me.
Go
to.
ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Go
it's
ahead,
all right.
go ahead. We don't.
Go.
I thought you said
sorry,
you
we
had
don't
the
want to
least.
fight.
I
in
want to
front of-
step on your toes.
All right. So who's a current politician that you're a big fan of? I know that a lot of them let us all down. As conservatives,
Most of them.
we've been let down a lot. But is there anybody out there, maybe besides Trump, that you really think, okay, this guy's on it? He's good.
Besides Trump, huh?
Okay. Well, let's,
I'd have to come. I got to tell you, because he is such a model for the way I believe our politicians should all be, which is a level of brashness and creativity and love of the country. I don't know anybody who matches him in that sense, except for maybe J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio.
Yep.
Rubio's come a long way.
Yes,
too.
Absolutely. I mean, he's come a long way from when he was doing that speech. He was like,
Yeah.
he was so nervous drinking his water. And kind of, I'll never forget when he was running against President Trump in 2015. And his best reply to the "Make America Great Again" thing is he goes, "Well, America's already great." And like, okay, well, that's not
I
going to
do
take it very
remember
far.
that, yeah.
But man, he has really gotten to the point where
rock star.
you can actually see him as a president.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well,
Someday.
that was my next. I was kind of bumper off his question. Who do you see succeeding Trump?
So that's going to be interesting. I got to tell you, when you put J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio together, it's a hard choice.
Yeah.
They're both.
I mean, I thought it was JD. It was a slam dunk at first, but now I'm not so sure.
Yeah, they're both very formidable people, and they're two very different people. And both of them have had their issues with President Trump before, which actually is not a bad thing.
No.
So I like those two guys too. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's most people are looking to advance because, he's the vice president.
Right. You
Even
think
though Marco's older, so everybody think Marco should be the president, but Vance can't be vice president twice.
Yeah, that's not a good career
So
move.
it's going to have to be Marco's going to have to wait his turn, which he'll be way younger than Trump when his turn comes around.
Yeah. And at the hearing
Way
level,
younger.
oftentimes you find some people who are really awesome in the hearings. And one of them is, what's the guy's name? I can't remember his name. He's a young guy, and his wife is, she is the daughter of some famous person as well. And in the hearings, he just eviscerates people. I can't remember his name. He's the youngest member of Congress. He's great.
Are you talking about Brandon Allen?
Yeah, Brandon
From Texas?
Brandon
Brandon Gill.
Gill.
From
Brandon
Texas.
Gill.
Ohio. I
mean,
thought he was from Ohio.
I think he's Texas.
Yeah, he's
Ohio.
Texas.
Oh, he's sharp.
He's married to Dinesh D'Souza's daughter.
Right, that's who it is.
He's from
right, you
Ohio.
guys.
and
See?
he's so he just does it
Yep.
in a.
He looks like
such a-
Superman.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got that little curl.
And Jim Jordan's great too. He's just such a fire hose when it comes to the questions and things like that. Never wears a jacket, rolls up his sleeves. He's a former wrestler.
Yeah.
He's from Ohio, I think.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
I thought he was a UFC fighter.
Could somebody look that up?
I don't know.
Gilson?
That would be
I'm
great
going to
if
the
he was.
library Tuesday. I'll look it
Yeah,
up.
but
What
Brandon
happened-
Gill's another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to our intern that was supposed to be doing all this?
I know.
legwork
Josh,
for us?
he's
Yeah, what happened to Josh?
I like that
he's
Byron
slacking.
Donalds from Florida.
Oh, yeah.
And He's
Yeah.
running for governor of Florida.
Yep.
I don't know who he's up against. The other guy's going to be good too. But Ron DeSantis did the dumbest thing when he ran against Trump.
Yeah,
I think he would be right up there with Trump.
Yep.
If he just would have just sat that one out.
He's got a personality problem too. Like you have to have that now.
Yeah.
You have to have a little, and he's just
You used
kind
to
of.
really be.
I know.
He has the
You used
bobblehead.
to
I
really be pushing for old boy.
I
man.
was a big DeSantis
Yeah,
guy.
sure
But
were. Actually, didn't we get into a Utah? I thought you guys were going to start
Well,
throwing chairs.
he said he would vote for DeSantis
Over
over
Trump.
And I said no. He goes, well, Trump might have too much baggage. And I was
And
like,
he was
no,
like,
This was after the 20 election.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like,
and Randy
is
said,
he gonna
in
come
Randy's
back?
defense, he
And-
said, I don't even know if Trump's reelectable at this point because, it's too much,
Right.
stuff has been said and done,
Well, that was the purpose of doing the too much saying and too much doing to
Right.
get him
Yeah.
keep him from being in the White House again.
Right.
All right,
Exactly. That's right.
Let's segue into.
Hold on, wait a minute. I got
okay.
I got questions.
Do you think the election was stolen? 2020.
Well, I traveled the country during that time, and I attended and covered Stop the Steal rallies. Mm-hmm. And I think that with mail-in voting and everything else, I think absolutely
There's
the election
too
was
much.
stolen. But I really don't care because in the end, it probably turned out better
that he's president now.
Right.
that he's
I
president
think
now.
it did work out for
Yeah.
us in the
Yeah.
in the end, but at the time, I was pissed
Oh,
off.
no
man.
doubt. And
I was like, come on, can you people not see what's going on here?
Right. Because you guys remember right before the 2020 election, after during COVID, and it wouldn't surprise me if COVID was just a means of getting mail-in balloting. You know what I mean?
That's another thing.
And they hopped on that.
It was convenient how all that worked out.
Yeah, and President Trump, I'll never forget, because I was doing my podcast then, and he said, "Hey, people are talking about mail-in voting. That kind of seems weird, don't you think?" And then literally like a week later, all the mail-in voting boxes are out. You know. And I couldn't believe it. And you see these videos of people stuffing the ballot boxes, everything else.
I mean, there's proof. There's what was the name of that little documentary they did?
Oh, 2,000 Mules.
Yeah.
That just documented everything.
Yeah.
Right, and showed in clear sight what they were trying to.
Well, Pennsylvania started it by changing illegal. I think they illegally changed the laws on mail-in voting.
Right. Like
a lot of people did.
It was too close to the
But California didn't, and that's why this L.A. mayor's race is so weird. Because
we're gonna get into that.
We will, yeah. But I will tell you that I am friends with Ashley Babbitt's husband, Aaron. Ashley Babbitt was the one who was murdered at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. Yeah. And so about 7 months after that, there was the Recall Gavin Newsom effort, and I was involved in that. Went to California, everything else. And Aaron told me, he said, "Yeah, I got 4 mail-in ballots for the recall election. I got 4 of them delivered to my house.
Oh, of course.
One of them was for me. The other one was for Ashley, who'd been dead
Passed
7 or 8 months.
Dead people are voting now.
And the other 2 were from people who lived in their house before they did, and they lived in this house for 5-6 years already. Mm-hmm. And Aaron Babbitt, had he wanted to, he could have voted 4 times.
Right there, yeah. Easy.
I mean, it's that is still going on, and that could be a factor in California, but we can talk about that later.
Yeah,
if you think about California, we could go to California and vote because it's illegal to check IDs. So we could just all drive. Everybody from Florida can drive to California and vote, and they can't ask you for your ID.
All right, road trip.
Yeah.
I just had a couple questions.
All right, go ahead.
I was just wondering, you went to school here locally?
I did. Went to U City High.
Okay.
I was
Lions?
We were the Indians. They since changed
had to change that, didn't they?
Okay. Yeah, but we're still the U City Indians.
I'm pretty good with high school nicknames.
That's amazing, Randy.
I was up until 8th grade, so I started U City in 9th grade. I went to Country Day because my brothers went there, and then I got kicked out of Country Day.
The Country Day Butters.
What's that?
The Butters?
The Rams.
I don't know. Rams.
Yeah, Rams. Cadasco Rams. But I got kicked out for a variety of reasons. But it was a good thing. Oh yeah. It turned out great because I went to U City High and thrived in public school. So I like that.
So Breakfast Club. If you were one of the dudes from the Breakfast Club, which one would you be?
So you got me there because I don't know what you're talking about.
So I was going to ask him, what does a high school Jamie look like?
I know it's a movie, but see, I'm a little older than you guys.
Not Molly Ringwald.
And so I probably
wasn't guessing. I didn't think he was going to be Ali Sheedy.
Yeah, but if you name them, I'll tell you which one.
Basically, you had the jock, the burnout, the nerd. You had the goth chick.
Oh, I would definitely be the burnout. There's no doubt about it. I would be the burnout.
That was basically. I should have just worded it different.
No, by the time everybody at U City High, by the time they were falling in love with weed and coke and everything else, and I've never done coke before, but I did plenty of other stuff. And so by the time everybody was doing all the drugs in high school, I had already been there, done that. So
Right.
I was stealing my dad's Valiums when I was 14 years old.
That's kind of like me. I was. When I turned 21, I mean, I had already been to every bar and every adult establishment around this area.
Yeah.
But because I've been going with these clowns
for
years,
in a way, because it didn't make 21 special.
Because my 21st birthday, I'm like,
It's like
been there, done that.
That's all you got. Fast Eddie's.
My dad, you guys know what Quaaludes are?
Oh yeah,
I've heard of them. But
so
that's
back
like
in the
old school,
70s, those were back in the day, and these are like horse tranquilizer pills. And my dad had
Isn't it kind of like the rapey drug?
I don't know. You'd be like Cosby would use them. I think.
Cosby teeny.
Yeah. But my dad had a prescription to them, and I thought, oh, this might be a fun thing to do.
I heard they were hardcore.
I'm going to try one of these, and that didn't work out well when I was walking along a wall. I'm 13 years old. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that again.
Wow.
I've never done one, but I heard they were pretty hardcore.
They were, yeah. So again, by the time high school ran around, I was the designated driver pretty much all the time.
Oh, that's cool.
I'd
that
be drinking
would be
beer.
Randall
which
J over here. He's our go-to guy to drive everywhere for us.
What was Rodney King on? Was that was PCP, right?
Yes,
So it's
Angel,
totally
Angel,
opposite.
Angel Dust, man.
Opposite than
Right.
the Quaalude, right?
Yeah,
You think you're super
driving all my acid tripping friends around.
Other than Quaaludes, do you have any other hobbies outside of radio or hardcore drugs?
Well, so I am.
How are we doing on time, Ethan?
So I am an avid poet. I write songs too, and I also am
play
an
instrument?
avid gardener.
Cardinal.
Yeah, I absolutely have. I have a huge garden every single year, and I love doing that. It's a hobby of mine. And when you said I play musical instruments, so I made this decision after Christmas. My mom passed away in September, and I just made some decisions about what I need to do something different. So I bought a trumpet.
Okay.
And so I'm learning to play the trumpet. Like back in the day when I wanted to play the trumpet, it was too loud in the house. I couldn't do it anymore.
yeah.
Wanted to play the drums, too loud.
Oh, yeah.
So I picked up a trumpet, and of course, since we're celebrating the 100th birthday of Miles Davis,
Right.
I'm trying my hardest to do
we
it.
talked
man.
about Miles
it
right
hard?
before the show. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Is it hard? Like,
It is.
hard
The hardest
instrument?
part is learning how to do the lips. I mean, that's the hardest
That's
part.
what she said.
Randy,
Yeah.
you're acting like
So
us.
a lot of it, you have to take off the whatever that's called, and
The spit guard or whatever.
No, the trumpet, the mouthpiece,
Okay. Yeah.
and just sit there and play with that and figure that out first, because that's the hard. To me,
Figure out
that's
how
the
to
hardest
blow
part of playing
into
a
it
trumpet.
properly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
a lot of those instruments like that, like horns. I'm not a big horny guy, but
That's
Yeah.
not what she said.
but they're hard to play.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever tried to play a bagpipe?
No.
Oh my god.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it was the goofiest instrument I've ever seen.
Yeah, and doing piano too. So I'm
Piano,
also
okay, that's cool.
I'm trying that too. But
I
then I'm
tried
also
that. Couldn't do it.
I could do when the Saints come marching in.
I could
That's
do
about as far as
Jaws.
I got.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone
Jaws.
always learns the Axel Foley. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that's keyboard, but
Yeah.
same difference.
and I'm also an avid drinker, so I like doing that too.
Well,
and
you can be an
gardening
honorary member of the TBR, right?
Get him a Quick Trip cup.
Hey,
Son of a bitch.
me and
with
Randy
the-
were talking about this on the way here.
Quick Trip
Like, there was this girl that used to come on your show back
Oh,
in the
yeah.
day. She was from New York. I think her name was Jennifer. I'm not sure about that, but she would come on and do like a entertainment hit on your show. And she just seems so rude. Like you would want to talk about something else, and she'd say, "I don't know about that." Well, and then she would get back to what she's talking about. Do you know who we're talking about?
Jennifer, Jennifer Kashinka. So she
That's
was
her.
with the Wall Street Journal, and what I would do, and I still do this, is the key is to learn how to break people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so she was really super stuffy, but I figured out a way to kind of break her a little bit, and and she would still be able to play that person who's kind of prissy, whatever. But then I would still be able to get her into the gutter, which is where I needed to take her. And it got to the point where she actually sent me a Rutgers sweatshirt. That's how fond she
really?
was eventually of the show and me.
Wow, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, but she was, she did the
was just
economic
like-
report. Jennifer Kashinka, yeah.
It's just like she was above everything you were talking
know.
about.
Yeah.
Like, and then I was like, oh my God, just get somebody. Because she went on vacation once and they had somebody else come in. And I was like, get her. She's better than Jennifer, But Jennifer came back and, that's the end of the
I was
story.
kind of like her annoying little brother. That's kind of how it worked. That's the relationship we had,
Well, you guys made it work. I could tell what you were trying to do.
Yeah.
While I was listening. But
And I'm the youngest of 6, so I can be an annoying little
Right.
brother. I know how to do that.
Just basically trying to get a rise out of her. So
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. Yeah.
Do you guys want to go into a yin or yang, or
You
let's
wanna
just go?
explain
Let's
this
just
so
go on in there.
Jamie
real
has
quick.
some idea what the hell we're doing
So
here.
this little fun, just
Okay.
it's not a real thinker, but
Like our show really is.
so Jay came up with this. I don't know, yin or yang, either or, whatever you want to call it. He
These
used to
days.
give a litmus test to dates, right?
oh
Like,
yeah.
He would.
I forgot.
Kind of
Yeah,
learn.
I had
from
a
them.
questionnaire, just a getting to know you thing, and
Yeah.
this was like my thing.
And
I'd
if
be
they
like,
didn't
and I
s-
would like rapid fire questions, And if they didn't get it right, well, they wouldn't make the cut.
They'd have to get like 77%.
You had to get the hell up out my car, man.
Now wait a minute. Is the yin and the yang
Yin and
different
yang
than the
basi-
yin and the yang?
Yes, it's
Okay.
basically the same thing. It's
You're
two
good.
things
Yeah.
that are similar.
Okay.
You know,
We try-
different sides of the same coin.
Yeah, you guys can.
I'll give you a quick, easy one because we were talking about it earlier. Coke, Pepsi. I didn't put RC on here.
Definitely Coke.
Yep.
Definitely
I'm a
Coke.
Coke man myself.
Yep, yep.
Do not alienate that segment. But I'm a Coke man myself.
Yep.
You're more of a Jack man than the Coke.
I like Jack and Coke.
It's just a way to get the jack into your body.
I thought we were all gonna.
Okay, we got one here for you. Hillary or Kamala? Because you have to pick one.
I have to pick one.
Yeah, it's the lesser of two evils. Which, if you can imagine that.
I would, well,
Not
because,
to date, to have his
not to-
president.
to have his
Date,
president.
that would be a lot easier.
Well, I thought maybe it would be definitely easier if it was dating.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I'd definitely go for Kamala for
Yeah,
sure.
obviously.
Yeah.
Unless you want,
As president.
unless you want Cankles McGee.
Consider, I mean, taking out depending on who.
Well,
Right,
who's on Congress.
I basically
and-
came up with the idea for this because I'm like, they both ran against Trump and they both got their asses
Yep,
kicked.
yep.
So.
And I would choose Hillary on that level because I
Whoa.
think she's smarter.
Oh, she's smarter,
So-
but she's more evil too. So
She could be.
I mean, Kamala is a dumbass.
Yeah.
I think I would
yeah.
take Hillary too.
I
Yeah.
would too. I would go with Hillary on that one.
Because I couldn't hear. Well, they both got the cackle, but
Yeah.
Kamala's is way worse.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kamala is stupid. So
Yeah, and
I mean-
Hillary likes hot sauce.
You're
so-
not wrong.
I just
Yeah.
would be concerned about that.
All right.
But, the Beatles or Stones, easy one.
Stones for sure.
Yeah, okay, I agree.
Good
Yeah.
answer.
I'm Beatles, but anyway, Randy, you're Beatles too, right?
No, you said Stones.
I would say the Who, but
We listened to the Beatles channel on the way in. They weren't happy.
all right. How
Beatles
about
channel?
100% closed border or the Save America Act?
Oh,
That's easy for me.
yeah. I mean, I would do 100% closed border.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that
Yep.
at this point you have to, because we have so many individuals here who shouldn't be here,
Right.
and so many individuals here who want to come here who shouldn't be here, and so I support the Save Act,
Yeah.
but keep in mind there's an element there too where they're allowing a certain number of people here guaranteed,
Yeah.
and that is a problem. Unfortunately, the people who are against the Save Act though don't acknowledge that as their issue with it. It's the ID element,
Yes,
all that
yes,
kind of stuff.
yes.
It's like, really? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
How about, okay, I mean, this is going to be a hard one. Gavin Newsom or BJ Prickster?
Like Kamala and Hillary wasn't hard.
And I think this is harder.
Gavin or
Well, so
JB?
I would choose, as president, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, they're both talking about, maybe throwing their hat in the ring for that. But
Yeah. I would choose Gavin Newsom
Yeah.
only
I would
because
too.
Gavin Newsom is just kind of dumb enough to not know. I mean, I know that I had the opposite argument for Kamala, but he's not stupid, but he's just dumb enough to be able to be kind of manipulated, and he'll do anything for somebody to love him. And so that ego part of it,
he definitely
good-
has.
that's
Yeah,
a-
that's a,
that
yeah,
ego,
very good point.
Pritzker just doesn't care about anything.
Oh, he doesn't have
So-
an ego. He's just a disgusting human being.
Yeah,
man.
right.
All the way around. I mean,
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
I don't understand how he's up again in the midterms, and he's putting a 50-cent Illinois tax on top of the gas prices that are already
It's
have.
going up to 50.
Yeah.
47.
I'll never
to 50.
understand how these guys raise your taxes constantly.
And
They
then
get-
still keep getting
back in
voted
the
in.
day, when you raise taxes, if you said you were going to raise them and did it, you
You're
were out.
You're done.
It was
He
a death
continuously
sentence.
he'll tax. I mean, yeah, if you breathe, he taxes.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then he still gets voted in. Nah, come
I don't
on.
think
Did you
so.
see what happened when he put a tweet out or something? Because President Trump was talking about Illinois, and he said, "Keep Illinois out of your mouth."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
a Hakeem
yeah.
Jeffries thing or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
And you should have seen the people. I'm not a person who makes fun of fat people, but I will say
Thank
that
you.
once he said, "Keep Illinois out of your mouth," you just should have seen all the people who retorted to him on Twitter. And all the jokes about keeping a bunch of stuff out of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? He
I can imagine.
He just got it.
I mean,
it was great.
he asked for that, but
He
I
did,
mean,
he did.
the guy he's just
He has to
he's
turn off the comments. He does. He's not reading that.
yeah.
I mean, either that or he's just unfazed. I think the guy's a freaking puke, man. But
Yeah.
anyone else?
I got a few more.
Stro?
Go ahead.
St. Louis style pizza or Chicago style pizza?
Ooh.
I am a big Emos fan.
Yeah.
So I know. I mean, listen.
Thanks for being on the show, Jamie.
I really am. I think
I
it's
love it.
because my kids love emos so much. So I know people call it, what do they call it? Like
Ketchup on a
cracker or
cracker.
something.
Ketchup
Yeah,
on a
whatever.
cracker.
I know,
And with
yeah.
that, when there people are out of towners like that nasty ass cheese.
I
on
know.
there, you know?
Cheese.
I love it. Dude.
Provel.
It's cheese, man.
Yeah, man.
And it's delicious.
It comes out of the ground, man.
I got one. Who's creepier, the Colonel Sanders guy or the Burger King guy?
Ooh, Burger King guy.
Yeah.
Who's the Colonel
Yeah.
Sanders guy? Colonel
Just
Sanders?
The new Colonel Sanders freaks me out for some reason.
Yeah.
He's kind of weird.
I guess
Yeah, who is that? I think
haven't
it's the
seen
guy who
that
used to be
one.
on Saturday Night Live, right?
Well, no, they tried Norm Macdonald.
Yeah,
Even
they
did it.
tried
Okay.
Norm Macdonald
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah, that did.
There's a new guy.
Like, hey,
I was going to say, that's been
fried
years
chicken.
ago.
Yeah.
And didn't they change Norm MacDonald to Jim Gaffigan? at
Yeah,
one
they
point?
did all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff. But
Yeah.
They've
All
had
right.
this new Colonel.
Anyway,
for a while,
hey,
though.
I love emos, but I mean, I gotta put up an argument for Chicago, man.
too much
Chicago.
sauce.
Yeah.
Too much sauce on
It's
this.
like
No,
lasagna, but I
if-
love it.
I mean, dude, it's like just layers of cheese on top of cheese
Yeah.
on top of cheese. How can you
Android
go-
Or
or-
their deep dish is really good too.
Stop.
Android or Apple?
Android.
Why are you looking at me?
I'm asking
Oh.
Jamie. Jason said stop because he's an Android guy.
Yeah,
we had a
I'm-
group text the other day. I got goofed on. I'm like, I like my shitty phone.
Well, I'm surprised. I'm an Apple guy, but I always talk about people with Androids because the one thing you'll for sure know if somebody has an Android, because they'll tell you every single time. If you complain at all about, your Apple phone,
Oh, yeah.
you need to get an Android because
I'm
nothing's
not
wrong.
I'm not one of those
I know.
douchebags, but
I
I mean,
usually-
I usually don't tell people. But like I said, we were in a text chain the other day. Like, who's got the Android? I'm like,
Yep.
Look what I can do.
Yeah.
And you shake it and it starts playing your favorite song.
right. Mine also is also a flip phone.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it's a flip phone.
Flip phones are coming back.
Let me run through these 5 more. Ozzie Smith or Stan the Man?
Oh, I would
You had
I would for sure do Ozzy. I love Stan Musial, but Ozzy is a super great guy. He's a cool guy. And probably because I know him, because I've been able to, kind of see
Right,
him
yeah.
and meet him and that kind of thing. And
He's a
so,
legend. Well, so they're both legends.
They really are.
So
but,
just so you know, when I was growing up, Gary Templeton was my
oh, yeah.
was my guy. And when they traded for Ozzy, talking about crying,
Yeah.
I think I almost did cry that
Yeah.
day.
No, you didn't. You had no
Yes,
feelings.
I love Templeton.
You're
Still
dead.
do
He
to this
flipped
You're
day.
dead
somebody
inside.
off. Was that
And
George Hendricks?
I held it again. No, Templeton did the middle finger.
Oh, did he? Okay.
On Mother's Day.
Yeah.
On Mother's
Mother's
Day.
know.
Day of all days.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Well, and Ozzy was a pretty tough guy, too. As nice as he is, he would fight people.
Yeah.
At
Oh, he
second-
fighted a couple of Giants players.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Yeah, at second
Yeah.
base.
Now, hold on 1 second before you go on. Dan McGoughlin or Chip Carey?
I'd go with Dan all the way.
I would too.
I wasn't a big fan.
I was a huge
like
fan
Chip
of Dan's.
Carey is okay.
Yeah.
Huge fan. All right, go ahead, Randy. You
All
got
right.
3 or 4 left.
Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor.
Oh, Richard Pryor for sure.
Okay, that was
Oh,
easy.
yeah.
NYC or LA
To
LA.
live?
to live?
LA.
Really?
I love
Okay.
LA. I mean, I think California is a great state
You
anyway.
should write a song about it.
LA.
Somebody should come up with a song called I Love It.
Yeah.
Yeah, and LA is cool because it's kind of old school, and you go there, and when you go to the kind of the depths of LA, it's all 1970s still. It's crazy, and any place that has Dan Blocker Beach, I'm there. That's how it goes.
I've never been to either one, so.
All right.
I've never been to California and
We'll-
never
we'll
been to
do
New
the-
York.
We'll do 2 real quick. Illinois or Minnesota?
Illinois for sure.
Okay. And then last one, Colbert or Kimmel?
Oh, shit.
Telling you, some of these got to be tough.
I would
man.
choose. I would only choose Kimmel because
Man
he's
Show.
better at what he does, and he's not kind of a B team. Second
Colbert's
city
not
guy.
funny at all.
Well, and-
I don't
but-
think Kimmel's funny either.
No, I don't either.
I
but-
heard a many Adam Carolla interviews where he said he's just a great guy. He's
Yeah,
like, we
he
don't
sucks.
we
Dude, he
disagree
sucks
on
his
everything,
ass all the
but
time.
yeah, he does.
You
He
remember
does.
the Man Show, right?
Oh yeah,
I bring
Yeah.
this up all the time. How people are just like he was like Howard Stern. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
big time.
And Howard Stern's not even Howard Stern anymore. He's completely changed. He's
Yep.
woke now.
Oh.
And,
Yeah.
but I had one more: the Munsters or the Addams Family.
Oh,
I would definitely do the Munsters.
monsters.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely do the Munsters.
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah.
let's take a break because we got to get That's Old News in,
Yes, yes.
and we'll be back.
All right.
If you're feeling kind of sad, that's old news, 'cause the Dems have got you mad. That's old news, there's a place where you can go. That's old news, you can listen to our show. That's old news, we're like glasses for your eyes. That's old news, we'll help you see through all the lies. That's old news, that's old news.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sorry,
That's
you
like
had
a
to sit
barbershop.
through that.
yeah.
That's a barbershop triplet.
The look on your face did not make me feel good.
We were talking about saving time, and we sang that song.
trying to hop in there.
Jamie was right then regretting, what did I do coming on
He
this
had
show?
the look on his face like,
Where did I get myself in?
No,
Yeah.
I was figuring, well, can I hop in at some point? But you guys are so creative with the lyrics; they're so
yeah.
unpegrible.
Sure.
It's,
Unpredictable.
and your rhythm is like Frank Sinatra. You know, you can't imitate all that stuff. You know, you guys were enunciating and everything.
That means a lot to us.
So, yeah,
I appreciate the,
We'll keep doing it.
the compliment. We'll take it. We'll take it.
yeah.
all right.
Let's jump into
hey,
some news really in a
seriously,
short period of time.
We got to wrap this sucker
Let's
up.
do it. Jay, you want to
Oh,
start off
We're
with
talking
some
about Al
news?
Green.
Dude, I've got Al Green written down here, but I don't think we need to. I was just going to give you an update on where he is now.
Where is he?
He's living in a van down by the river. Anyway,
With,
Tim, I want to.
what's his face from Kentucky?
Dude, I got a whole lot of shit written here.
Go ahead.
Tim Walz taking credit for the corruption, for discovering the corruption. Now, when they first asked him about the corruption, he was not aware of the corruption or the learning centers. But now all of a sudden, he's taking credit for what this 19-year-old kid discovered.
Well, he's in big
Nick
trouble.
Shirley, yeah.
I mean, he's in big trouble. But do you think he's actually going to get? They're going to get a prosecution out of this? I don't think so.
Somebody was charged. I can't remember her name, but somebody there was charged.
Somebody
with
jumped out of a
The
four-story.
ringleader, yeah,
Yeah.
a few of them too.
Somebody jumped out of a 4-story building yesterday.
I mean,
They were
I
serving
wish
a warrant.
I wish some of these people, these crooked politicians, would actually go to jail. I mean, seriously, but we're never going to see that happen. Do you think we will?
No, that leads to a question. Like, what do you think it's going to take to get us to be like, okay, somebody's got it. Nobody's paying for this.
I know.
The people are going
We're
down,
running
but
out
it's a
of time.
low-level person. It's never the. It's
Right.
never the person
We're
that
running
should
out
be
of time.
paying.
And I feel really the same way about COVID. I mean, I'm still pissed about COVID.
I mean,
think
they're
some people
trying
should
to
be
get a
in jail.
prosecution on what's his name?
Fauci's
Fauci,
guy, yeah.
But yeah,
Well, they
we'll
did.
see if-
They are investigating, and I think they did indict one of his assistants, but that's about it. But now
Right.
with all this stuff with the Somali fraud, that really is simply a laundering operation for the
what I
Democratic
was gonna-
Party.
That's what I was going to get to next.
Yeah.
As all these learning centers
Yeah.
were Somali run, and you can't tell me that Omar didn't have a hand in this. Now, what is her annual salary, and
Oh.
what is she worth?
Yep.
Explain that to me.
Well, and she said it was an accounting error or whatever.
that
But the
right?
fact of the matter is, if anything should be prosecuted under the RICO Act as a
And-
racketeering operation, that should be.
I don't believe. And let me ask you this: do you think that if you're a foreigner, you should be able to run for government here?
If you are, if you're a
If you were
foreigner,
born,
Yes.
born somewhere
or do you have
else?
to be
Yes, if you were from another country, I don't think you should be able to run for office here. I can't go to China or Russia and run for their government.
Yeah.
You can't do that in any other country. But yet you've got some, Omar. You see this California mayor with
With the Chinese?
Wang.
Mhm. Yep.
She stepped down.
Yep.
Because they said she was a Chinese spy. It was Arcadia.
Yeah.
Now, you ask yourself, how did she get to such a high level of office? Well, because they went to Arcadia and it's all Chinese, all Chinese food. They said it's like little Chinatown,
Yep,
and she
yep.
said nobody speaks English there. So she was mayor, and they're saying that she's definitely she admitted, or I don't know if she admitted, but she resigned. So it looks pretty shady.
Yeah, I
Everybody
think
Wang
What was her
Chung.
name? Hang on, what her name? I had it. California mayor Eileen Wang. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's that congressman in Michigan who became a citizen in '88. He's from India, and
Is he the guy with the hair?
with the hair? Yeah, and he's a terrible person. He hates the United States of America.
That's what I'm saying. Most of these people do.
Oh yeah,
I
Yeah.
mean, you got AOC, you got Omar, you got all these people, and I'm like, they hate
Yeah.
our country. So you didn't really answer the question. Do you think if you're from a foreign country, you should be allowed in government?
I think that you should be born here. I think that you should have U.S.
Absolutely.
citizenship from birth. And although, unfortunately, that doesn't change a whole lot because it's the second generation of legal immigrants
Well, Omar
that are
wasn't
some of
born-
the worst performers in
Omar
this
wasn't
country.
born here.
Yeah, I mean, they're the ones who actually, for some reason, have grown up hating this country. It's the second generation. Those are the people all out there on the pro-Hamas rallies. Those are the people involved in the Somali fraud. Those are all second generation offspring
the school
of
system.
legal immigrants, and that's a real problem.
Yeah.
And they can run for office.
Oh,
So
yeah, they were born here.
But like I
so-
said, you can't go to any other country in the world and run for government. But yet here,
Yeah.
these people can, get all the way up. I mean, they can't be president, but
yeah,
anything else they can be.
this whole melting pot thing
No.
was such a
Right,
sell
it's,
job.
it's our
crazy.
constitution. The Constitution is what made us better
Vul-
than. It doesn't matter what race you are. It's our Constitution. It could be all black people. If you live under our laws, according to the Constitution, you're going to be a successful country.
Right.
So it's not the melting pot that makes us a great country. It's our laws and our Constitution that 250 years coming up, and we're the most powerful country on earth.
Right.
I mean, it's
We're
the
very,
freedom.
very vulnerable now too. I mean, it's scary how things have changed. And
Yeah. I mean,
they're
diverse.
getting-
People say, "Well, diversity is our strength," and it can be when you have diversity of thought. But mere diversity for diversity's sake, ethnically and everything else, that doesn't necessarily make a country great.
No.
No, you
I've
got to
never
assimilate
seen-
and
I've never seen. I mean, people are so divided now. I've
Oh,
never
yeah.
seen a country more torn. I would say I lost friends, but they really weren't my friends anyway. Because you know what, you're gonna be like that, then I don't care going down the road.
Yeah, and then it's funny how
And
people
families,
Yeah.
families are breaking up over this.
Yeah, and it really it's I don't think I agree with you on the division part of it, but people talk about this divided country as if it's Trump's fault,
Right.
And just because you're a sore loser and don't like your dad, then that doesn't mean that somehow the country's falling apart just because you're pouting about the outcome of an election.
Throwing a major temper tantrum.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what this is. I mean, it's totally
It
what
is. It is. You can see the maturity level there.
Yeah, no doubt.
And you look at all the presidents who have been killed, assassinated. They've all been
Yeah,
Republicans.
I've got that
They've
written
been
down.
Democratic.
Right.
Democrats have tried to murder every. It's never a Republican trying to murder a Democrat.
I've got that written down. I was like,
So basically, if they don't get their way, they go crazy.
and
Violence.
start and right. And I mean, but they're saying they're the party of peace, and they're the ones that want us to give up our guns. But for the party that wants us to give up our guns, they're taking a hell of a lot of shots at us. You know,
they use this narrative that Trump is causing chaos and division,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they're causing it to say, look what's happening.
Right.
Look what's happening under Trump, but you're the ones that
That are
they're
doing
the
it.
ones
You're
that
the-
are stirring the
Well,
pot.
When Biden was in, we had all these people coming across the border. Did we go down there with guns and
No.
start shooting them because we didn't like that policy?
Yeah.
we don't act,
so
we don't act
didn't
like
take it-
complete
I
lunatics
can't
when we
say
don't
I
get our
didn't
way.
want to.
I don't.
I can't say I didn't want to defend the border, go down there and defend it, but I didn't also want to go to prison.
Right.
And it's
You
not
know-
going to get any better because they're going to keep losing. I don't think there'll be a Democrat president for
Long,
another
long
30
time.
Do you
years.
really think? I mean,
Absolutely.
I
I'm
know,
with
You have,
Jamie.
I
Yeah.
know the
Do you-
demographics are changing because all the blue states are losing population. 'Cause
Yeah.
the problem is if they move to these red states and try to change them to
Yep.
what they left, which to me is the most idiotic thing.
Yeah.
How do you
Well-
think we're going to fare in the midterms? Because Trump's popularity, because of the war, obviously, is everyone's like, oh, F Trump and this and that, and it might affect us in the midterms. Would you have any thoughts on that?
I think we're still going to do well in the midterms because when you look at the strength of his support among the people who actually vote, like Republicans, like these polls, for instance, I don't think there's any such thing as a scientific poll. When you're polling 1,000 people and coming to the conclusion that we're going to lose the midterms, doesn't make any sense to me. And I do believe believe his support is still there. I also believe, though, that there are a lot of people, especially those who support President Trump and others, who kind of want things to kind of let's make some kind of decision here, get this done, and figure it out.
Listen, I know it's not a popular war, and he had to make a tough decision, but I do believe that it was a necessary decision.
Had to be. This was not.
It was necessary that we did this. Otherwise, I mean, he said they're not going to have nukes on my watch.
Yeah,
you know.
And this was a war they started 47 years ago.
That's another.
I mean, we didn't start the war.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And the people, I mean, these libtards they're defending these people. They're like, these people have been yelling death to America or death to Americans for how many years now?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And they've killed thousands of Americans.
They kill their
including
own
American
people.
soldiers
they're
in
out
Iraq.
there protesting and they're hanging people.
Yep.
They're hanging their own people.
Yep.
They're animals.
Yeah. And again, this was a necessary thing. I've tried to explain this to some of my younger people, like my son, who's 21.
Yeah,
and some of these guys are a little bit like, I don't know with the war thing. I go, listen, this is ending our role in the Middle East.
Right.
This is not beginning.
This should be the end of it.
Yeah, and because we've got all the Arab countries who are now helping us out.
Right.
So it's not just Israel. It's not just the Jews who are doing all this. It's the Arab countries are just as much on our side as Israel is.
They can finally say it.
Yeah,
they can finally say it because they're not worried about getting nuked.
Yeah, I mean, you finish this thing off, we won't have to go to the Middle East again.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we finally finish it, you know,
yeah.
So we can feel better, like your kids, my kids, whatever, our kids, that they can grow up and not have to worry about that.
Yeah.
I mean, the border, which I was worried about that too. You know,
I was worried
that's
about
another thing. Just what he's done on the border alone, that was my number one issue.
Yeah.
So if he didn't do anything else except shut down that border, I think he's doing a good job.
Yep.
And gas is still high, and I think that
fact of the matter,
eventually
he's
going to
done
go down.
a lot more than just that. But
we'll make sure it is down because it by the time the midterms roll around, I think that's probably the thing. But you know what? See, Americans are soft though, man. We've never really had to really sacrifice anything for anything because we've just kind of been rolling along, anesthetized over everything and accepting everything as what it is. Got us into a lot of trouble, and so the fact that we have to pay a little more for a gallon of gas in a short term, I don't think should be a problem for people.
People are outraged. I'm like, well, we are in the middle of a war right now. Once we deal with this, the prices go down. But I do have a question to you from our friend Darla Strozak. She's like, can you ask him on the show if his predictions for June gas prices to plummet, or if that's still a thing?
I do believe in the month of June they'll come down. I do
in
believe
a week?
something is going to happen pretty soon, and I do believe by the end of June. Now, I did say June 1st before, but by the end of June, we're going to start seeing some relief. I've never seen gas prices, and we're from Illinois, but they have stayed the same for 4 straight weeks. Like they usually fluctuate within 10 cents or whatever, but at my house it's $4.99. Yeah. It's been $4.99.
It hasn't hit that 5.
And those are Illinois gas taxes that are piling up on top of the gallon of gas.
When I do go to Missouri, I try and fill up over here now. But
it's hurting. It's definitely hurting
It's
people.
funny how when gas prices were this high during Biden's administration, nobody complained.
Yeah, these people, you're dealing with the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen in my life.
It's crazy.
It's like, if they do something, if Obama or Biden did anything, they've done the same stuff Trump's done, but man.
There was no light at the end of the tunnel with Biden either. There was no light. It was going to get worse and worse and worse. With Trump,
Here we know.
See there's by June, July, August.
We know why.
There's going to be lower prices.
All right, real quick before we get out of here, how do you handicap the L.A. mayor race with Pratt and the governor race? Do you think Hilton has a chance?
I absolutely do. I mean, listen, Californians have voted for Republican governors before. So even though Schwarzenegger was kind of a squish, but he still was a Republican, and they have done that before. Ronald Reagan, they've done that before, and I think they can do it again. I think Hilton's great. And I also think with the mayor's race, and again, I go back to our conversation about the mail-in balloting, which is still alive and well in California. Yeah. And now Mayor Bass is trying to get illegals to be able to vote in L.A. because that's their only chance. Spencer Pratt is a cool dude, man.
That's what they have to do.
I think people have been fatigued, especially in L.A., and that whole Palisades fire, all that stuff going on there, the homelessness, the drugs, all that kind of stuff. I think people are finally fed up. And L.A. is a great city, and if people really actually believe that, they have to vote for Spencer Pratt, I would think.
I mean, if they want to get, like you said, the homeless problem, get stuff cleaned up.
Yeah.
And it's good that he doesn't identify as a Republican. If Trump endorsed him, that'd be the worst thing that ever happened to him.
Well, I think he did.
He kind of did.
Yeah, they said it was. It was kind of a bad.
I like how he's trying to stay kind of, hey, just common sense. Hey, I'm going to make sure your house doesn't burn down, or stuff like that. Because that's what we are, common sense.
I like how they're giving him trouble for living part time in a hotel.
Yeah.
After they burned his house down.
Right. Yeah.
It's like,
that is hilarious. He goes, listen, this is where I would live if I had a house.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But
all right.
You have anything else?
I think that's it. We better get out of here.
Sure.
Again,
Yeah,
we
running late.
appreciate.
I do want to give
got-
you. We have a
got
parting
something for you.
gift. I got a
nice.
Cola Cup
All right.
when you garden,
A koozie.
that'll
Nice.
keep your drink cold.
Yeah.
And we got a nice TBR shirt for
I
you.
love it, man. I'm
Yeah.
going to wear this on the show.
Awesome, dude.
Right about the time that we're.
We
hitting the air
appreciate
with you
it.
guys. I'll wear it
How
on
much
the
will
show.
that cost us?
Huh?
How much will that cost
A
us?
couple grand. Maybe.
Okay, cool.
That's about it.
We got it.
deal.
We'll Venmo you.
Speaking of that, we got a Cash App. $ Two Broke Republicans.
Yes.
Don't forget to subscribe.
I love this, you guys. Thank you so
Like-
much.
Oh,
It's
you're
been an
welcome.
honor,
Thanks
man.
for coming,
I definitely.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
We'll have to get you a couple Allman Report shirts.
Hey,
we have a
it's
few
been-
in a box.
It's been an honor.
Yeah, that'd be great.
real.
Yeah, it's been fun.
And
you
if
guys.
you're ever looking for a good call-in guest, well, don't call us, but we'll try to help you out.
Hey, listen, if you guys want to come on the air, all three of you together, that would be
Wow.
great.
That would be
Yeah.
crazy.
And the only question I have is, it's called Two Broke Republicans, but there are
get this a
three
lot.
of you. So is one independently wealthy?
So Granite City is school district number 9 because we can't count to 10. So
We're not that smart.
it was originally him and I, and then Jason was gonna help out.
Yeah.
And then he was so good, and we needed him so badly that we were like, let's
I think
just
it's
keep the
great,
name,
man. I
and
think
let's
it's
just,
fantastic.
Yeah, we tried the Toxic Masculinity podcast, but it was taken.
So we just, I mean, people are still goofing. They're like, you guys can't count? I'm like, we can count. That's part of the joke, you idiot.
Yeah, it's a joke.
All right.
I know, I
Well,
love
thanks
it.
a lot. Subscribe,
guys.
like, and
Yeah, it's been
and
fun.
listen to Jamie's show on News Talk St. Louis.
Yep.
The Allman Report.
12 to 2, Allman
Yep.
Report.
Report 12 to 2, 3 martini lunch. We call it.
There you
I
go.
love that
Nice.
3 martini lunch.
Yeah,
That's a great
yeah.
name. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon this afternoon.
Yeah.
It went from that to good morning this morning.
All right.
That's
We're
great.
out. Thanks.
Thanks
All
a
right,
lot,
you guys.
Jamie.
Thanks a ton. It's been a pleasure. Thanks.
Thank you, brother.